Slovakia for that. My phone cut off, but back to the scriptures. This is Nahum chapter 3, verse 1. And it reads, "Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not." Now, this is going to ancient Nineveh, but you could apply that to now, to Babylon the Great. This is spiritual Nineveh. So it reads, "Woe to the bloody city." And this place, Babylon the Great, aka America, was built off the blood, sweat, and tears of the Israelites, okay? It is all full of lies and robbery, all right? And this place is full of nothing but false doctrine, false philosophies, all right? And robbery, because Esau, Edom go around the entire earth stealing, all right? And robbing, all right? And he do that by violence, all right? He robbed people for their land, not only their land, their resources, not only their resources, their nationality. And the so-called white man, Esau Edom, stole our nationality, all right? He proclaimed himself to be the children of the Most High, which is law. It reads, "The prey departed not." Who's the prey? So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, all right? So woe to the bloody city is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not. The noise of a whip and the noise of a rattling of the wheels and of the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots. The horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and glittering spear. And when you read this, what comes to your mind, all right? Esau, Edom, all right? Sword, all right? And part of Esau, Edom's sword is his military force, all right? And Esau, Edom military force go around terrorizing the entire earth and the people. And there is a multitude of slain, a multitude of killing, all right? And a great number of carcasses, and there's none in of their corpse. They stumble upon their corpses. So Esau, Edom just go around shedding blood, right? And he shedded the wrong blood. He shedded the blood of the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. Verse 4, "Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot." Who is that well-favored harlot? Babylon the Great. Remember, Revelation speaks about the great whore. And how is she well-favored? Let's go to Revelation 18 real quick. All right, this is Revelation chapter 18, verse 1. "And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightning with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, is become the habitation of devils, and the hole of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird." And this is what's happening in the near future, all right? Babylon the Great is about to be brought down, all right? It's about to fall by destruction, all right? It's about to fall by fire, and it's going to be a habitation of devils and the hole of every foul spirit and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. So it's not going to be a place where man could dwell in anymore after it's destroyed. And here's the point, verse 3, "For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication." And all these nations have drunk the wine of the wrath of her fornication, spiritual fornications, following the ways of America, right? And all these nations are drunk off the philosophies and the ways of life of Babylon the Great. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, going to that spiritual fornication. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. This is why she's the well-favored harlot. This is why Babylon the Great is that well-favored harlot, because these other nations, they have gotten rich through her riches, through her luxury, through her prosperity, through her wealth, okay? By importing, trading their goods here, right? That's why when you look everything you purchase out the store, say made from China or made from wherever, all right? This is how these other nations become rich with Babylon the Great, aka America. And also these other nations come to America to become successful. You have these the so-called East Indians, which are the Elamites. They come here and they open shop with their 7-Elevens. You got the Moabites, all right? They open up which are the so-called Chinese. They come here to set up shop and start their Chinese restaurant businesses, all right? This is what the nations do. This is how America, Babylon Great, is that well-favored harlot, all right? Because the nations become rich through her delicacies, through her wealth, through her luxury, all right? Now back at Nahum chapter 3, verse 4, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations through her whoredoms, and families through her witchcraft, all right? And this place is full of sorcery and witchcraft, okay? They deal with evil, they deal with powers on the left-hand side. And a mistress is basically, a woman in position and authority or control, all right? And we know that Babylon the Great, aka America, is in control, all right? The so-called white man, all right? He's the one which is Esau Edom, he's the one that's calling the shots. Nahum 3 and 5, behold, I am against thee, said the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shah of hosts. So Yahweh Shem Shah of armies is against this place, right? He's at odds with Babylon the Great. He's at odds with Esau Edom, the so-called white man, all right? That's why he hates you, all right? And in the near future, he's going to destroy you and your rulership. And I will discover thy skirts upon thy face. It's going to exposure. And I will show the nations thy nakedness. So everyone's going to see Esau Edom, the so-called white man, be exposed, okay? And this place is being exposed through the Lord's men. And in the near future, everyone is going to see the downfall of this place. Everyone's going to see the downfall of the so-called white man. Everyone is going to see this place be destroyed. All right, and this place is going to be destroyed by fire. Now it reads, I'm going to read it again, I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame. Now, this reminds me of Isaiah 14th chapter. Get straight to the point. I'll start verse 13, Isaiah 14:13. For thou hast said in thy heart and in mind, I will send into heaven, all right, through skyscrapers, through space forces, all right, SpaceX, all right, NASA. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. And what are the stars of the Most High? The Israelites, all right? Remember, Joseph had that dream about the stars in the book of Genesis. I will sit also upon the mountain of congregation, right, in the sides of the north. Is going to America. That north represents America. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High, all right? So Esau, even the so-called white man, he exalts himself like he is the Most High, all right? He think he's God, all right? If there's a God, he think that he is God. Well, there is a God, but if this devil Esau Edom believed there's a God, he believed that he is God. All right? It says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. All right? When we go into the word hell, it means the grave. All right? There's no such thing as hell with fucking everlasting fire and people just burning there forever, eternal. No, hell is a condition, the grave. It says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. It reads, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee. So everyone's going to narrowly look, like they're going to be squinting their eyes, like, and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble and did shake the kingdom? So everybody gonna be squinting their eyes looking like, is this the punk ass devil that made the earth to tremble, that shaking the nations, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of the prisoners? So everyone's gonna be looking like, this sucker is the one that was doing this, right? Everyone's gonna see the downfall of Esau Edom, right, in the near future. Slop. Back in Nahum chapter 3, and verse 6. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vow, and will set thee as a gazing stock, all right? And the word gazing stock basically mean it could be an object, an event, or a person that is stared at by many people, basically a spectacle. So everyone's gonna see the downfall of the so-called white man, especially the elect. Psalms 91 tells you that the elect is gonna see the reward of the wicked, right? And who's the wicked? Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Let's get something else. This is Lamentation chapter 4, verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. Edom is the so-called white man, Esau Edom, right? The cup also shall pass through unto thee. What is that cup? All right? The cup of affliction, the Lord's anger. Thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked, going to that exposure, all right? So Esau Edom is going to drink the same cup that we have drunken. It reads, the punishment of thy iniquities is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. Zion represents the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, all right? So the punishment of our iniquity will come to an end, all right? Because we went off, we broke the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Shah. Therefore, we had to drink that cup of affliction, all right? And part of that affliction, you know, that cup is the curses, all right? But it will soon be brought to an end. It reads, he will no more carry thee away into captivity, because this is the last heathen captivity we're going to be in, all right? After this captivity is the kingdom of heaven, all right? Our Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach will establish righteousness, a righteous kingdom, all right? And we're going to be back home in the land of Israel, all right? And we're going to be fruitful and multiply, and we're going to be rulers of the universe. He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom, because Esau Edom, the so-called white man, put it upon himself, all right? All right, he put it upon himself to act as if he's the chosen, all right? So the Lord is going to visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. So that's going back to that exposure, all right? All the bloodshed that Esau Edom had done to the nation of Israel, all right? The Lord is going to pay you back for that, all right? That's why Deuteronomy 30:7 says, you know, all the curses that was put upon us is going to be put upon our enemies. Oh, let's get Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 12. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah, behold, they whose judgment was to not drink of the cup has assuredly drunken, all right? And that's going to us, all right? We drunk that cup, all right? That cup of affliction, the curses, all right? Trials, the tribulation, the hell that we catch, all right? We have drunken that cup, all right? And art thou, he shall altogether go unpunished. Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. All right, so in Nahum chapter 1 and verse 3, it tells you the Lord is not going to quit the wicked, meaning he's not going to let the wicked slide for what they have done. So Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is going to drink that cup, all right? The same cup. The Lord is going to take that cup of affliction, that cup of hell out of our hands and put it into the hand of the so-called white man, Esau, Edom. It reads, "For I have sworn by myself, said the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah, that Basra shall become a desolation and a reproach, a waste, and a curse. And all the cities thereof shall be perpetual wastes." That was what's coming in the near future. Spiritual Basra is America, all right? Basra was a land in Edom, all right? And America, Babylon the Great, is spiritual Basra. And in the near future, this place is going to be a desolation. And that's going to be done by thermonuclear fire and the flaming breath, the blast of fire, and the sparking tempest out of the holy chariots. But I'm going to end here, Lord willing. This was edifying to the elect, to the Lord's sheep. With that being said, shalom.